Hi everyone, welcome to Math Wizards 123. This live stream is going to focus on the greatest common factor. So we'll be solving probably 3 problems together today. So if you want to help solve the problems with us, just go ahead and add your comments along the way. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come into the room. And let's see who's here. Okay, looks like DJ's here. Hi, Kyra. Chris. And, oh, okay. Hi, Maria. And Liliana's in the room. Hi, Liliana. Welcome. And good. Hi, Max. I just saw you pop in here. And then just make sure that you give me your first name. You can tell me your period if you want to, which class you're in with me. But if you're from any other teacher's class, you can let me know. It just helps if I see your first name, so that way I can talk with you guys as we move along. So, Ray the Corgi. Yeah, give me a first name. That way I know who you are. Is that one I'm not sure about. Hi, Andrea. Okay, and oh, that's right. I knew it because I remember from the last time. Like, I remember that name. So Lexi's here. That's good. Okay, so if you guys want to grab a piece of paper and a pencil, I'm going to start with this problem here. So I'm just thinking about, okay, thanks Liliana. I'll make sure to let Mrs. Renner know that you are here with us today. So we're going to try to find the greatest common factor of these two numbers. So I want you to think about if we had a lot of balloons and we had 16 that were red and then we had 24 that were green. So how could I divide both of these numbers by the same number, making the largest amount of balloon bouquets that we can, where we have the same, so that we have red balloons and green balloons in every bouquet, and we use all the balloons. So we're going to try to figure out what is the greatest number of balloon bouquets that we could make with all of these. Okay, hey, Jaden is here. Hi, Jaden. Okay, so Lexi says we should probably start with 2. So a good idea is to come somewhere on your paper and just put your checklist, because we'll always start with the first 3 prime numbers, and then if we need to, we can go higher than that if these don't work to divide the numbers. But we're going to start with 2 because I see it several times. So let's do the 2 first. And then 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 24 divided by 2. Does anybody know what that is? 2 times what would make 24? I see 12. 3 times. Good job, you guys. Alright, so I'm going to put that and then draw the next step in my ladder. So now we're down to 8 and 12, but I wonder if I can still divide these. What number should we go for? I can look at my list over here. Oh, are we buffering? Let me see here. Buffering. Let me give it a sec. How's that? Still lagging? Okay. I think I see it back up. So I'm going to try this again, and we'll just keep going through this problem. Thumbs up. Okay. Just let me know. Well, I can see it on my screen too. If it starts buffering, we'll just try to restart it. Okay, so let me make sure you can see the problem, okay? Alright, so now what? We've got an 8 and 12. What do you think I should divide by here? 2? So we check to see, are they both even? Do they end with a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8? Okay, that sounds good. So we'll go ahead and divide these by 2. Hi, Marcos. We have a 7th grader in the house. That's awesome. And let's see, so 8 divided by 2, we'll put a 4 here, and then 12 divided by 2. If it helps you, you can reverse it and just think what times 2 makes 12. Okay, and we have a 6 here. Good job, guys. So then we draw our next step in the ladder. We're getting closer. But I want to keep dividing the numbers until they can't be divided anymore. So if I have a 4 and a 6, what do you think I can divide these by? Blurry. Oh, thanks, Maria. I'm lucky because I have all you guys in my classes. Hopefully it's not going to keep being blurry on us. If it does, then maybe I'll just start this over, but let's try to finish this one. So since these are both still even, good job, guys, we can divide by 2 again. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, and then there's my next step in the ladder. And now I have a 2 and a 3. So I can divide this by a 2, but I can't divide that by a 2. I can divide this by a 3, but not that one. So we're not going to go higher than both numbers, so that means 1 and done. 1, but we still have to divide. So 1 times 2 makes 2 up here, and then 1 times 3 makes this one. So now we can take a look and try to figure out what the greatest common factor is. So now I'm going to look at all of these factors over here that I divided this number by and see what would the greatest factor be that I could divide that number by. So I'm going to just list all the numbers. I'll come down, maybe, let's see, let me scoot this up just a little. I'll try to put it over here. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 1 and just combine everything together. And what does that equal? Are you at Boys and Girls Club? Awesome. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 more is 8. 8 times 1 equals a total of 8. So all of these combined together give me a factor of 8. And if you look at the bottom of the ladder, you can see that 2 times the 8 here makes 16. And if you look over here, 3 times the 8 also gives me the top number over here, which is 24. So if I'm trying to figure out how many red balloons will be in each balloon bouquet, I'm going to look down to the bottom. So we would have 2 red balloons in each group, and then how many of the green? We just look at the top number, come down here, and we would be able to make a bouquet with 2 red balloons and 3 green balloons, and there would be a total of 8 bouquets altogether. Okay. When are we doing the raffle? That's a good question. I announced that at the end of the live stream, so we'll see if this is going to be the live stream where I put all your names in. I do it once a month on here, so I'll let you know before the end of the live stream. Now I'm going to pull this over, so if you want to grab a new sheet of paper, we can try, let's try this one. I'm going to pull 3 numbers together this time, okay? And let's see if you guys can help me to solve this problem. What if I was, let's say I was trying to make bouquets of flowers, and I had 72, maybe 72 white flowers. I'm going to just put the word here so I remember what color these are. And then I had, maybe these are carnations. Have you guys ever seen those flowers before? Let's say I had 60 red carnations, and then let's just go for green. Okay, so I'm making a bouquet, trying to make bouquets of flowers, and I want to figure out how many of each of these can I equally divide so that there's no leftovers. Okay? Yeah, you're right. This is one of the challenge problems, so if you haven't done it yet, this might help you. So I'm going to start with 2, 3, and a 5 again. Okay, so let's check it out. What do you think I should start with? Which one of the prime numbers should I start dividing these with? DJ thinks 2. I think we have 2 7th graders in the room right now. That's awesome. 2, 2, 2. Okay, so they're all even, so let's go ahead and divide. Now, if you're not sure what this answer is, it's great if you can do it in your head. If you're not sure, then just come over to the side and put your 72 in the doghouse. And then we can divide by 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then when I subtract and carry this next number down, I'm going to divide again. So 12 divided by 2, I can do 6 again. So I have 36. So I'm going to put that here. And then I want to see if you guys can give me this number. Can you give this one in your head? Hi, Tyler. Awesome. Come on in. We're in the middle of solving this, but if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, you can help us solve this. And Jessica, welcome, you guys. Okay, so 30. I see 30 a couple of times. So 2 times 30 makes the 60. And then what about the 48? What if I divide that by 2? What do you get when you divide 48 by 2? I see 124 2 times. Good job, Max. Okay, here we go. 24, and then we can draw the next step in the ladder. So this is really just the same. You do the same thing even though we're working with 3 numbers instead of 2 numbers. And now I can look at my numbers again and try to decide what I want to divide by. What do you think we should divide these by? 36, a 30, and a 24. Two, 2. Okay, we could do that. But I wonder if there's a bigger number that I could divide these by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this number right here. And to figure out if a number can be divided by 3, the way we test it is we add the digits together and we see if that number is divisible by 3. So 3 plus 6 makes 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Give me a thumbs up if you think I can divide this by 3. Yes, I see 2 yeses. Now if I look at the next number, if you add 3 plus 0, we get 3. Can you divide 3 by 3? Another yes. Now if I look at this number, what's 2 plus 4? I'm seeing a lot of yeses. 2 plus 4 makes 6. So then if all 3 numbers, when you add the digits together, if they can each be divided by 3, we're going to try a larger number. So 36 divided by 3. If you're not sure, you can pull it over here where you have more space and do the dividing. So 3 goes into 3 one time here. Carry down the 6. And then 3 times 2. Okay, I see 12, 10, and 8. I agree with the 12. Does everyone agree with 10 when we divide 30 by 3? I'm pretty sure Max did that in his head. That's awesome. Yes? Okay, so I'm going to put the 10 here. 3 times 10 gives me 30. And then what is 24 divided by the 3? I see a 12, but if I multiply 3 times 12, I think I'm going to get more than 24. So if you need to, you can pull it over here, but really this is just one of your multiplication facts. I see 8, I see 8, I see 8, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that here. That makes sense. 3 times 8 is 24. So now we're left with a 12, a 10, and an 8. Can we still divide these numbers? What do you think? 12, 10, 8. Okay, what do you think we could start with? Are they even? So I can check to see, do they end with a 0, 2, 4, 6, or an 8? Oh, buffering again. Okay, I think it's cleared up. 2, yeah. That makes sense. These are all even. This ends with a 2, a 0, and then there's an 8. So now we can go to our easy math facts. 2 times 6 makes 12. 2 times 5 makes 10. And 2 times 4 gives me the 8. All right, there's my step in the ladder. So we have a 6, 5, 4. Good job, Kyra. Now when you look at these numbers, can these be all divided by a 2? Well, these two can, but not the 5. So then I check 3, that won't work, and 5 won't work for this number or this one. So the next highest prime number is a 7. So that's not going to work for any of these. So that means we're going to put a 1 right here, and just, we know that all the numbers can be always divided by a 1. So I'm just going to carry this down here and here and here. We always want to finish it off this way, because when we learn about the least common multiple, you're going to use those numbers. Okay, great job, you guys. So now the next step is just to grab all of our numbers that the factors that we divided each of these by over here. I like to draw G around it. And then I can carry these down below so we can figure out what the greatest common factor is that we can divide each of these piles of flowers by. So 2 times 3, if you need to branch it, you can do like this and just keep carrying it to the next number and then to the next number. So our final, I see it 2 times already. Good job, you guys. 12 is it. So that means I can make 12, I can fill 12 vases, or I can make 12 bouquets using these flowers. But how many of the white flowers will be in each bouquet? So now we can come down to the bottom of the ladder and see that I would have 6 white. How many red would we have? You just look at your top number and come down to the bottom. So you'd have 5 red flowers in each bouquet. And then how many green? You just come all the way down to the bottom. Okay? Because since our greatest common factor is 12, which came from all these numbers here, you can see the bottom number multiplied by this always gives you the top number here. So 5 times 12 is 60, and then 4 times the 12 is the 48. Okay, you guys. Now guess what? I forgot the hat in my classroom. But you know what? This is actually the live stream that I am doing the raffle. So everybody who has your name, who's been helping to solve the problems, I'm just going to go back through the live stream and put all your names into the hat. So tune in next Wednesday at 3:30, and right when I start the live stream, I'm going to pull out the winner for the gift card. So you guys are lucky. This is the one. I do it once a month. So just tune in again to see whose name that I pull out, okay? You guys did a great job. If you want to go ahead and wave at your friends or say goodbye before I close it out, go ahead and do that real quick. I know, I saw Tyler when you came in. You did a good job here. I'm glad that you could be with us. We're going to do it again next Wednesday at 3:30, okay? All right, you guys, we'll see you at school. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you next time. Be quick before I hit the button. Bye, Lexi. Bye-bye, everybody. Good job.